Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what time it is that you are viewing this live, and whether you're viewing it live or if you're viewing it under the recording, just reviewing the recording. I am Dr. Valerie Simpson. I wanted to bring you a word, just something that really comforted me and gave me some good instruction. I felt for the day that um, is ahead of me, and the day that was ahead of me, the day that I viewed this for the first time. I have been through the scriptures many times. I have read through the Bible a number of times. Sometimes different things stand out, and I want to read to you something that stood out for me a couple of days ago. It is in the book of Ecclesiastes. This will only take a moment, so just grab your Bible or at least take a note. It's in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter number 11, and it is verse number 6. You know, the book of Ecclesiastes is a book of wisdom and is also one of the books of poetry. And in the books of wisdom, you get instruction for life. You get instruction that will go above just the normal feeling, or you won't have to so often wonder what I should have done or what I could do. But the books of wisdom will provide that for you or supply that for you. So, this is the book of Ecclesiastics, also known as the preacher. And so, in chapter number 11, he seems to be giving some words of encouragement concerning sowing, putting things out that you want to benefit from. And the very first verse is probably one of the most common scriptures known in the book of Ecclesiastes, other than chapter number 3. Verse number 1 says, "Cast thy bread upon the waters, for thou shalt find it after many days." Sowing and receiving that whole law that is in place that will never change. That's verse number 1. And he goes on to say various other things about observing the wind and reaping. But this verse, verse number 6, is a verse for you daily. It is something that will sustain you. It says, "In the morning, sow thy seed." So, very beginning of your day, put out there a seed is going to bring return. Put out what you're looking for a return on. In the morning, sow thy seed. In the evening, withhold not thy hand. So, throughout that day, obviously, because he's saying that in the evening, don't hold back. Continue to sow. This process of sowing, keep it active throughout the entire day. And then he says, "For thou knowest not whether shall prosper either this or that." You don't know what it's going to bring. Sometimes we sow seeds and we expect certain things. I don't know if you have had this experience, but I've sown a seed and gotten more or gotten something very, very different than what I expected, anticipated. And it was wonderful. I don't know all things, but sowing, he said, who knows whether you're going to get this or whether you get that or whether they'll both be alike and good. So I just want to say to you in the morning, begin your day. I love to begin my day in prayer because it helps me to unload my concerns, my anticipatory grief, my frustrations. It also helps me to just begin to address and give God all of the things that are going on in my world and to help me and to set up my day, to go ahead of me and to set up my day so that I won't spend that day in depression, anxiety, frustration, and being overwhelmed and defeated and being attacked and being affected by other people's actions. So in the morning, I sow that seed. I begin to sow love and affection to God. And I begin to sow by praying for those that would harm me or have harmed, or those that I love, those that I care about and that are struggling and suffering and going through battles. In the morning, that's the first order of business along with giving God praise. So he says to do that in the morning, and then in the evening, don't withdraw your hand. Continue what you've started because you don't know whether it'll be for this or for that. You don't know. But I will tell you this, there is a reward that comes for every action. There's a reward for a good man, there's a reward for the evil, there's a reward for the weak, a reward for the strong, and there's a reward for everything that we do. So, if you sow a good seed, you're protecting your life and you're preventing having to reap unnecessary, unnecessary distress and frustration. So, I want to encourage you today because I have learned to sow my seed and to sow it in the morning. Start my day off sowing good seeds. So, I just wanted to give you that word of encouragement. Sow thy seed in the morning and don't quit, even throughout the day and at night. Who knows how God's going to reward you? All right, well, God bless you.